Tell us what happened.
Well, look, ever since I came out of jail, Fareed, my house is surrounded by the police. There are checkpoints. Everyone is checked who comes into my house, and they have to walk a distance. The main roads, connecting my house are blocked. And one evening when I was supposed to do your interview, I suddenly discovered that the government had announced there were 40 terrorists hiding in my house, and they were going to come, the police was going to come looking for them. So I opened my house for the media to come and see where these terrorists were. So that's what stopped the police raid. So unfortunately, it's an unpredictable time. So hence I couldn't do the interview before.
Where do you think this goes? Do you worry that the elections which have been scheduled, which you are hoping to participate in, will not take place? Tell us looking forward, what do you see happening?
Well, Fareed, my worry so far is about our democracy is being dismantled. The two provincial assemblies in which we were governing, that's 70% of Pakistan, KP and Punjab. We dissolved our governments, and the constitution is clear, you have to have elections within 90 days. The government wouldn't hold the elections. We then had to go to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court ruled that the elections must be held within 90 days and gave the date of 14th May for the election of Punjab. The government refused. They violated the constitution and the orders of the Supreme Court. Now my worry is that even the national elections, which are scheduled for October, I'm worried that even they will hold the elections unless and until they are clear that PTI, my party, won't win. Right now, our rating is above 70%. Out of 37 by-elections, we have swept 30. So they are petrified of elections. And because they are scared that PTI and I will be back into power, everything is being done to dismantle our democracy. So right now, as we speak, over 10,000 workers have been arrested. My entire senior leadership is in jail. Tuesday, I'm going to make an appearance for various bails in Islamabad. 80% chances are that I will be arrested. So right now, there's no rule of law. One of the judges cried while saying that he gave people bail and they were rearrested when they got out of the court. The Supreme Court Chief Justice, when he says elections are to be held on 14th of May, when his decisions are discarded. So we are heading towards law of the jungle. Might is right. Right now, there's no rule of law in this country.
Stay with us. When we come back, I will ask Imran Khan. He has taken on the country's most powerful institution, the army. How will that tussle work out when we come back? Imran Khan, who is at the center of a political maelstrom in his country right now. Imran, you know how the story goes, that the army was happy to work with you in your first incarnation. In fact, they supported you, but then they found you uncontrollable and they essentially engineered your ouster. And now you have taken them on openly. Are you doing that, and can you win a struggle against what is often called Pakistan's most powerful institution? You know that the way the saying goes that most countries have armies. In Pakistan, it is the army that has a country.
Look, Fareed, how can you win by taking on your own army? Even if you win, it's a Pyrrhic victory. The country loses. Pakistan needs a powerful army. All you have to do is look around the Muslim world and just look at the devastation that is going on there. So I am a firm believer that the country needs a strong defense and needs to be able to defend itself as it did in the war on terror. Because, I mean, we got ourselves into a mess and 80,000 Pakistanis died. And the army gave great sacrifices. The problem right now is, first, let me just correct you. I never had a problem with the army. I worked, and knowing that they were entrenched, the army has been it's a fact. Of 75 years, the army has had, 3 times they have ruled directly through martial laws. I mean, last 60 years, half has been ruled by the army and the half by the 2 families, Bhuttos and Sharifs. So I was working with them. I was working with General Bajwa. What happened when he decided to switch horses and abandon me and topple my government? I still am not sure. I'm still not sure of his motives. One of them he had struck a deal with the current Prime Minister for his extension. But I never knew what happened. All I know is that the last 6 months, he just worked to remove my government. And he's openly afterwards in an interview claimed that he decided that I was too dangerous for the country. And so my government was ousted. Since then, all I have said is that the solution to Pakistan's problems are in free and fair elections, because that's the only thing that would bring political stability in this country. And without political stability, our economy has just tanked. We now are in a worse situation than Sri Lanka was. I mean, Pakistan has never had the economy in such a tailspin as it is in right now. The only way you can bring the economic stability is through political stability, which will come through elections. That's all I've been saying. Now, the problem I'm facing is that somehow the current lot, the what I call the PDM parties, they have aligned themselves with the establishment. And they have convinced the establishment that if there are elections, they're going to lose, which is a fact. Now, in order to keep me out, the whole democratic system is being dismantled. So when the government does not listen to the Supreme Court and doesn't follow the Constitution, when the way they have used a pretext of arson, they blamed us for the arson when I was grabbed from the High Court by the army, and the way I was grabbed, there was a reaction, but they've used that reaction, unfortunately, to dismantle the party. So I mean, they have over 10,000 workers are jailed. A lot of women have been jailed, which has never happened before.
Let me ask you, Imran,
they are now trying to try us in military courts. Just one word,
sure.
Fareed, they are now thinking of trying us in military courts.
But there also was an attempted assassination on you, Imran. Do you think that was directed by the army, and do you think you are safe now?
Well, there was, in November 3, there was an assassination attempt, which had preempted, I had predicted, I had been warning that they're going to use this so-called religious fanatic who was going to, kill me. And then just like Salman Taseer, our governor, he was killed by a religious fanatic. So they were going to use that to bump me off. And the reason was that they had lost all the by-elections and the party was getting more and more popular. So I knew that my life was in danger, and I had sort of spoken about it, publicly about it. Then, but subsequently, there was another attempt on my life. I was very lucky to get away. This was on the 18th of March in the judicial complex. I mean, there was a perfect trap to have me bumped off. There was one other way which I preempted and already announced, So, yes, my life is in danger, because they feel that even if they put me in prison, the popularity of my party is at such a level right now that despite that, they think that they won't be able to stop us winning.
Imran Khan, thank you for